This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete Haynes online manual at haynes.com.
Fully apply the handbrake, then use the wire hook included in the vehicle toolkit to pull the wheel trim from place. Using the special anti-theft wheel bolt adapter where necessary, slacken each of the wheel bolts half a turn. With the jack head under the reinforced section of the door sill flange, raise the vehicle until the wheel is clear of the ground. Position an axle stand under the reinforced section of the sill to support the vehicle. Fully unscrew the bolts and remove the road wheel. Depress the clip and disconnect the brake pad wear sensor wiring plug. Using a screwdriver, lever the retaining spring from the caliper. Prise out the plastic caps from the upper and lower guide pins. Using a 7mm Allen key or bit, unscrew and remove both guide pin bolts. Lever between the disc and caliper to push the piston back a little. Slide the caliper from place, then suspend it from the suspension strut using a length of wire. Pull the inner brake pad from the caliper piston and slide the outer pad from the caliper mounting bracket. Measure the thickness of the pad's friction material. If any pad is worn to 2 mm or less, all 4 front brake pads must be renewed. Clean the caliper and piston face using aerosol brake cleaner and a soft brush. Use a wire brush to remove any build-up of dirt from the guide pins. Again, using aerosol brake cleaner and a soft brush, clean the pad contact surfaces of the caliper mounting bracket. Apply a little brake assembly grease to the guide pins, then check they are free to slide easily in the caliper body. If new brake pads are to be fitted, the caliper piston must be pushed back into the cylinder to make room for them. To avoid any dirt entering the ABS solenoid valves, apply a clamp to the rubber brake hose, then remove the cap from the bleed nipple. Connect a pipe, then release the nipple by unscrewing it slightly and retightening it lightly. Either use a G-clamp or similar tool to push the piston fully back into the caliper. At the same time, open the nipple slightly to allow the displaced fluid to flow through the pipe and into a suitable container. When the piston is pushed back fully, close the bleed nipple. Remove the traction tool. Disconnect the pipe. Refit the cap to the nipple and remove the hose clamp. Suspend the caliper again to prevent straining the brake hose. Press the new inner brake pad into the piston, noting that the arrow on the pad backplate must point in the normal direction of rotation. Slide the outer brake pad into place on the caliper bracket, ensuring the friction material is against the disc face. Maneuver the caliper into place, then refit the upper and lower guide pins. Tighten the guide pins to the specified torque. Press the guide pin caps into place. Refit the retaining spring to the caliper and bracket. Reconnect the pad wear sensor wiring plug. Repeatedly depress the brake pedal to bring the pads into full contact with the disc. Repeat the procedure for the other front brake, then check the fluid level. Locate the road wheel over the hub, then insert and lightly tighten the retaining bolts. Remove the axle stand and lower the vehicle to the ground. Tighten the road wheel bolts to the specified torque. Align the valve with the cutout, then press the wheel trim firmly into place.